welcome back to my channel. My name is Leora if you're new here, and if you are new here, subscribe down below because you'll probably like my videos. I talk about a lot of dental things, I vlog, I live in Boston. If any of that interests you, definitely subscribe down below. So let's get into the video. I am going to reflect back about a year ago to before I started dental school, and I recorded 5 expectations of something like that about my first year of dental school, and I have not watched this since I posted it, and I want to see how cringy it is, how accurate it is, how false it is, and just kind of have fun with it. So let's watch this video. I don't know why I'm nervous. But I feel like anytime I've watched an old video of mine, especially like a year ago, before I started really getting into vlogging, I don't even know if I was that great at it, you know, because I feel like as you go, you slowly get better. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Okay, let's see. Let's see what past Leora thought dental school would be like. Old intro. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Leora if you're new here. So if you didn't catch my last video, I'll give you a chance to do that right now. Hopefully it'll pop up here somewhere. Okay, so now that we know that I'm accepted to dental school, I thought it'd be fun to do a video about some expectations I have going into dental school, and hopefully look back a year from now and see how accurate or totally wrong some of my expectations were. So expectation number 1, I think that I won't have much free time. And I feel like this is a pretty good expectation considering all the information out there about dental school and how rigorous it is. I'm sure I'll be in class Monday through Friday, about 9 to 5 almost every day, and then studying after that, and probably studying on the weekends, clinic. You know, I don't know how rigorous it's going to be, but I know it's going to be intense. So I am expecting to not have much free time. Expectation. So I'm going to stop right there. So I would say there is, generally speaking, not much free time, but there's definitely, you know, periods of time after exam blocks where you're like, I have a full weekend, I can do what I want. Or even like a week of just kind of chill. You've seen my schedule, it's not too intense, but it definitely has its moments where you're like, am I ever gonna make it out of this week? So expectation number 1 was fairly accurate. Also right now in quarantine, who could have predicted that? I have a lot of free time right now. Too much free time. Number 2. I will get A's and B's. So I had been an A student up until high school, and then in college and my master's program I was not a 4.0 student. So I think it's fair for me to expect that I'll get A's and B's in dental school. I have a good understanding of a lot of the sciences by now, and I don't expect to get straight A's, but I obviously will strive for that. But realistically, I think I'll probably get A's and B's. Hopefully nothing worse than that, but again, dental school is rigorous and time is going to be very valuable, and I'm not sure like how much I'll be able to spend on everything. So let's expect A's and B's and hope that I don't get anything less than that. I'm sure you can tell by my face, I don't get A's and B's. I get B's and C's. With a handful of A's here and there, but that's just really funny. You would think that because I've taken so much school now, I've did a whole master's program, that I would be, you know, in good standing, but just me personally, sciences do not stick in my brain very easily, so that's really funny. I forgot that I thought that. Expectation number 3, I'll get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Now, some of you are probably like hearing that and thinking I'm crazy. I am not sure how realistic that one is. It'll be so interesting to me to see how much sleep I get every night. In a year from now, my body has always loved sleep. I can comfortably, you know, have about 9-10 hours of sleep and I'm good. Like, that's what my body loves. That's the sweet spot for me.
3 words for you: treat yourself.
So I'm saying 7 to 8 because I'll probably sleep less than I do now, but I think that's a good number to obviously still be healthy, but that is still less sleep than what I'm getting right now. Expectation. Yeah, I hardly ever get 7 hours of sleep. I definitely get more of 8 to 9 hours of sleep, sometimes 10. Very rarely 7 unless it's like a weird week and I'm just not planning appropriately. I always choose sleep over studying. Yeah, that's not gonna change, I guess. I thought it would, but it definitely hasn't. I'm just like, you know, gaining like 1 extra point on an exam is not worth losing an hour of sleep over. And I'm fine with that still, so. Expectation number 4. I will study at home more than the library. And this one is just kind of based on the fact that I know that I won't be home a lot during the daytime, and so hopefully when I do have to study, I can study at home and it'll be a good environment for me to study because I want to be home as much as possible and spend time with my dog and my husband. So that's why I say that. If I find that my study environment at home is not ideal, then I obviously will study at the library or somewhere else instead. So this again will be a good one to look back on and see if it's true. Expectation. Yeah, I would say obviously I have to stay at home because we're in quarantine right now, but I think I started out studying at home in the beginning and then I realized I wasn't being super productive. So then I went to the library. I think I just had to constantly change up my studying environment because then I would start to kind of get used to it and be easily distracted. So it's like a month at a time of me going to the library and then me at home, then at the library, going up. We have a lounge in my apartment building. I go there and study sometimes. So I have a few different places where I kind of switch it up when I'm not feeling as motivated. But yeah, right now I'm sitting at home and it's hard. I've been sitting at home for way too long. Expectation number 5. I will be average when it comes to hand skills. This is kind of just more of something I hope for more than anything. I don't want to be terrible at hand skills.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side.
I don't think anybody does, and then if I'm good at hand skills, awesome, but I'm not expecting that. I hope that I'm average. I expect to be average, hopefully. I'm sure there's gonna be some things that I struggle at, and that's okay, but I imagine I'll probably be about average. Oh, I don't know if it's wrong to say that, but I imagine I'll be about average when it comes to hand skills. Yeah, so those are my 5 expectations of dental school. And the last one, so I would probably say I'm below average when it comes to hand skills. Just going off of competency grades, which is not representative at all of like how I actually do on a daily basis. But competency grades, I'm definitely below average, but only slightly. So maybe I do fall somewhere in the average range. Because like when it comes to competencies, I just kind of freak out and I always do the worst I could probably ever do and I still somehow pass. So that's good, I guess, but that's kind of where I feel I sit when it comes to hand skills. So now that I've gone over all the expectations I had a year ago of dental school, I'll briefly just kind of think of what I expect D2 year to be. And we're not sure of our schedule yet, but if it is going to be similar to this year's D2 schedule, it is usually the most intense year, like didactic wise. So I expect to be very stressed out, and the spring semester is going to be worse than the fall semester, again, if they go by the same schedule. So that will be very interesting, and let's hope I don't have any mental breakdowns. But I'm just gonna try and keep positive and take everything day by day. So D1 year is almost ending. I'm sad. It's went by really fast. Like, if you've been here since the beginning, thank you. So with that, I will say goodbye, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm gonna sing and I'm gonna sing until